Greetings, beloved. Hello again. It's Dr. Amanda Noel, and here is the number one block that is stopping women's twin flame manifestation. So stay tuned. Manifestation is where we say yes to the universe. We give our order into the waiter. We say, I would like that juicy steak, vegan version maybe for you, or I would like that tall glass of water over there, universe. And the universe is like, sure, I'll bring it to you. However, if we say to the universe, I want this, but I don't feel good enough, or I don't know how that's going to happen, or I don't know if I have the money to pay for that, or I don't feel good enough. So all of these limiting beliefs that come from our early childhood, that come from our lineage, our family probably believed it, our parents or our great-great-great-great-great-grandparents perhaps, that can infect our manifestation. And I know that you know a lot about this. You probably studied the law of attraction, and you're here because you want to know what is the number one block that's stopping you from manifesting your twin flame. Well, I would guess that if you are like me, you have been told to not be greedy, to not be too big, to not show off. And while I think this is important in a certain healthy dose, we don't want to, say I'm better than everybody, or look at me, I'm a superstar and you're not. We do have a responsibility to shine our light bright. And most of us have been told that our light bright shining is a sin. This is the number one thing that stops us from manifesting. We actually shut our light off. And we not only do this as adults, we learn to do this very little as children. Little teeny children learn from the adults. Don't be too loud, don't be too bright, don't be too big. And oftentimes we'll learn this based on our gender, based on what is believed in our society that girls or boys should do or not do. Based on age, well, you can't outdo your father or you can't outdo your mother. And these beliefs get lodged in so deep that when we grow up, we feel that we're disappointing mommy and daddy, that we are hurting other kids in the classroom because, shh, you're being too loud, you're being too bright, too much. So what has to happen is we have to recreate our childhood and disinfect it. Love ourselves through it. Allow our demons to come up. So I have a client of mine right now I have helped to call in her twin flame, and she's been married for several years, and she still doesn't feel good enough to own her relationship. So whether you're single or you've called your partner in, maybe even married them, it's important to allow yourself to manifest fully, to love yourself through it. And this is going to cause those I'm not good enough demons to rise. They're going to be resurrected from the childhood, because what happens when you meet your twin flame, you fully come back into your body, you come home. You are sparked alive again in ways that you haven't been alive in lifetimes. And it's the most beautiful and vulnerable and exciting experience. And at the same time, a lot of shadow can come up. Not only the am I not good enough story, but also what can stop our manifestation is, am I going to harm others? Am I going to upset them? Is it going to be like you putting on your crown and everybody else doesn't have one and you're bossing them around, or you're making them feel lesser than you? I know because I went through this story. Before I met my twin flame, I went into a deep meditation as to why I had an ear infection at the time. And I started sobbing in my meditation because I remembered a past life where I had women in my ancestry connected to holographically to my body. And it was quite a vivid meditation, so I don't doubt it today. I remembered these women in Romania, and that they are still here in Romania in this timeline, but back in my past lives and back in my old lineage, the women were being abused, and that I had experienced this. in my past lives. And currently, women were being abused in this particular town where they didn't have enough resources to get out. They were financially strapped into poverty and systemic abuse within the marriage systems, within the religion, and within the culture. And so in my modern time, what was stopping me from calling in my twin flame and what was creating this massive ear infection, where I was actually on this little remote island in Indonesia. I did not want an ear infection. It was not the place to get some type of emergency situation. So I actually, within 10 minutes, completely cleared the ear infection because I sobbed and blew my nose and cried and released. And what I was releasing was my guilt. And what I said to them through my telepathic channel, I said, my sisters, I am going to call in my twin flame instead of holding myself back, feeling guilty because perhaps it will be harder for you this lifetime to meet your beloved. But I am here traveling in the most beautiful romantic vacation spots, and I have the money because I've manifested it. I started my business on $200 and now I have a 6-figure business, and I get to go where I want and I get to have whom I want. And wow, did that shift things. What shifted is I made a promise that I would gift it back to them, that by having it in myself, I would embody that for them, and I would rise that love within them and give them the chance by modeling it to them. So if you are having those barking dogs in the back of your head, those gremlins saying, who are you to manifest this? You don't deserve it. That's selfish. Money is the root of all evil, and you can't have money. You can't have a man or a lover or a woman, your ultimate beloved, because it's gross and greedy and a sin. Well, then I have this to say to you. Wouldn't you feel horrible at the end of your lifetime if you knew that by having your twin flame and by having what you wanted, that you could have impacted, positively infected with love, spreading the love cooties, you could have impacted millions of women, men, and children and animals, and this ripple effect by simply claiming what is your divine birthright. I want you to feel into it now. Feel into the abundance that is your birthright, that you can claim it. That it is only you that can claim it and only you that can stop it. Your abundance is infinite and eternal, and you can have it. Say yes, sister or brother. It is yours. Don't stop yourself, because when you stop yourself, you are stopping your children and our children of this earth, and you're stopping the love from spreading. So say yes, say go, and receive, knowing that you are modeling and mirroring this out to all beings on this earth and beyond. Thank you for joining me for this video. And every week, maybe even a couple of times a week, if I'm feeling frisky, I do leave videos on manifestation, twin flame attraction, and generating your 6-figure blissness, which is your business, your bliss, and the dollar signs, BLI, $NESS. And I teach women how to do this from their joy, from their juiciness, and even from their womb spaces, what I call their pussy power. And I would love you to join me for more videos. So go ahead, like and subscribe, and post your comments in whatever comments you have below. Let me know what has been holding you back from manifesting. What are those guilty thoughts, those negative naysaying Nellies in your aura, those demons that can be turned to diamonds? They can become your cheerleaders. I would love to hear. So check out the comments box, type a little something, and I will see you soon. Namaste. Namaste.